here. I'm not really sort of geared up for all this larky right now. I've been pressing live by mistake here, so please be aware that, of course, yes. And the door is shut, by the way, Julian.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Well, it was. It is now. But yeah, of course, it is Nickalini Orange here. Welcome along to, of course, NAR live here, and hopefully we'll get some people tuning in just a moment. We are just rehearsing here as we all get set up here. We are pretty much on time. Sorry, my coat is a bit on the scruffy side here. Not really sort of organised. We're a bit rushed today, so please be aware that we will be coming on very, very shortly. We've got to set everything up, and then we'll be ready to go. Ready for that green light. And I'll take my hat off in just a moment, actually. I was going to do it now, but Julian can rehearse and do a sort of interlude. Is that what they call it? Is that what you call it, Julian?
In about 5 minutes.
Okay, you can carry on what you're doing, Julian. This is only the rehearsal here. We've got to set up our sort of microphones in just a moment. So please bear with us. Julian's already got his set up. So yeah, hopefully we get some interest. We've got Strawberry tuning in already. The sound. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Oh, that's better. It's better without the microphone. Some reason it does not work with this on that camera. I'm using a different camera here. That is because I was getting sort of flashes of messages coming through the other phone. Normally, this is the phone that would normally work for it, but it seems to be working without the microphone here. So yeah, it's probably better that we just throw these away. Well, we'll keep them for the other phone, but of course we'll just keep things going as it is. We do apologise for no sound here. So hello everyone. Hello, it is Nickalini Orange, and hello to Strawberry, our moderator, which is already in the chat now, and also hello to number 2 as well. We won't say any more than that. Don't you worry about that. So there you go. So hello to everyone, and of course we are just pretty much getting set up here. You'll see the hair behind the I would say this little thing in just a minute. Okay, and of course Julian's got some lovely things set up for the show here. These are the tunes that we are going to be showing you today. Julian's going to be playing, and I'm going to do a bit of commentary behind the sort of scenes, and of course I'll try and do some commentary as I go, and I'll try and be as loud as possible. I've pretty much got a loud voice anyway, but yeah, welcome to Friday the 10th of March 2023, and if we can get some people saying hello to us in the chat like Strawberry did today or this evening, then feel free to, of course, keep in touch with us, and please do stay with the one you're on. Don't you dare go anywhere whatsoever. So, hosted by Nickalini, as in Nickalini Orange, of course, a performance on the hymn playing on the electronic organ by Juliano, as in the fruit of plum. Nice and relaxing, otherwise known as NAR music, Lent free it is. Lent free. Remember we heard that? And of course, as we are coming to the closing stages very soon of Easter, a couple of weeks' time, isn't it? Goes so quickly, and some people are already buying Easter eggs. I think people have forgotten about Easter eggs already, and until I mentioned it right now, people are not seeming to bother with Easter eggs yet, but they are on sale in the shops. So yeah, hymn number 1 is "The Head Was Crowned," music by Clarke, 1674-1707. So it is out of copyright, just for YouTube information. Most of these are. So number 2, as in hymn number 2, is "Lord Jesus, Think on Me," tune number 2, or both tunes. And hymn number 3 is "Dear Lord of Father Mankind," of course, music by Hubert, Parry, 1848 to 1918, and the Voulentry Prelude, which basically is a piece of music that is played sololy by the organ player itself, and again, normally speaking, they are out of copyright. And it is Antante Cantabile by Tchaikovsky, and that will be the end of part 1, and we'll tell you more as we go along. And I think I should put it over to Juliano, so let's go. So good evening to you, Julian. I haven't got the microphones sort of situated in the camera because it doesn't seem to work.
Oh dear.
For some strange reason, it's not working. So I don't know what the reason behind that is. It works on the other phone, but not this one. So hello and greetings to you all, and I'll hand it over to Juliano.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me all? Here they are, welcome to the show!
Come on! The show that
Come
never ends.
on.
Oh my goodness me.
That's a massive
That frightened you all, didn't it?
Oh, well, there you go. Now, if you have any questions about the music, do say in between. Anything about touring with us, that will be after the show. Do warn you. But
Yeah,
we would answer that.
come and say hello to us.
We would answer that later on.
Come and interact with us. That's sort of what it's all about. Chatting amongst each other.
Yeah.
And talking about the music that you're hearing.
Yes, and there will be a little bit of about a minute break in between the part and the part 2. What I'm going to play is 3 hymns, Lent 3 hymns as it stands, with the first hymn, "Head That Once Crowned of Thorns." I'll explain that to you in one moment. By Jeremy Clarke, the same composer as Trumpet Voluntary in D, as you probably know. You might know, you might not. In later series, or when it gets a bit springy, or in the general summertime, like June time, there will be a quest hymns. People want to quests as well. So in general.
So if you have any requests, basically, feel free to let us know.
Yeah, in between the music.
Tell us your favourite tune.
Your favourite tune, we might have to play it for you. If it's a general and out of copyright for 70 years, we'll be safe. Now what I'm going to do, 3 hymns. Then there'll be 2 little voluntaries. One voluntary before the part 1 ends. They're very, very small, quietish ones. And then we go into the second Prelude, which would be the Schernade. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a minute. In part 2, and there'll be another 3 hymns as well into that, and then we have the voluntary, concluding voluntary at the end. And then when that finishes, and then you can say what you think about time with us and any other issues. So I'm going to go for it. The head as once crowned by thorn. I'll tell you the words. Is crowned in glory now, and roar delume the acorns the mighty victor brow. Now we have 6 verses of this. We can have 4 verses of this. That's to start with. Okay, let's have a look. It starts with a chord of G major. If you think it. That chord there.
Once again, hello to you all. Unfortunately, this camera does not accept radio mics or deemed to be radio mics, which of course is normally fitted to us. It's because I had to swap over the camera for whatever reason. But yeah, a little bit of a disappointment, but never mind. Welcome to NAR, otherwise known as Nice and Relaxing Live. Wherever you're watching.
There you have it. Head once was crowned with thorns. Now, the second period over here is Lord Jesus Think of Me. Would be 312 in this book. Do bear with me.
Yeah, there's only one of you at the moment on tonight. I'm trying to share the stream as, of course, much as I can, you know.
Okay, Lord
if
Jesus,
people come in, they come in, you know, and I'm sure they'll come in towards
do
the end.
stay with us, otherwise you won't hear the music. Otherwise, Lord Jesus Think on Me, tune 2. I might play the tune one as well. We'll have the 6 verses of it and 3 verses of the other one. This is called, the tune's called Southwell, and the composer is adapted by William Damon, 1540 to 1591. It's from the Psalms of English Mitre in 1579. That's where it's normally come from. So that's the tune 2, and then tune 1 will be John Stainer. Is born 1840 to 1901. We'll have the first 6 verses of Lord Jesus Think of Me. I'll give you the words in a minute. Purge away my sin, from earthborn passions, set me fire and wake, and pure within. That's the first words of that. It's a minor key for this one, so it'll be an E minor, something like that. Anyway, if you can hear my voice, do say.
Only me, as not on any other groups. Wow. I'm sure we'll get more people tuning in later on. So rest assured that we will have an amazing group, as the former name group, which we can't name for legal reasons. will be changed within probably about, I'm trying to work it out, probably about 9 days time, because I'm working it out from February the 28th. No, it was February the 19th. It was last changed over, so of course I have to wait less than 28 days now. It's 28 days per changeover of name, which is absolutely ridiculous, but there you go. We just have to be very patient, but I'm sure it's going to be an exciting one, and the new name will be announced very soon. I think some of you out there already know what the name of the group's going to be. We're talking about a name of a group which of course we can't name for legal reasons. Is now going to be changed on Facebook, and it is going to be affiliated with Touring With Us. Very good evening to everyone tuning in now. It is nice and relaxing, otherwise known as NAR Tonight, with Juliano on the organ.
Tune 1 now.
We've got some people watching now. You've got tune number what?
1.
Oh, oh right, okay. Tune number 1.
If you just joined us, we're doing Lord, You Just Think of Me, Tune 2 and Tune 1. One was by John Steiner and one was adapted by William Damon, whatever his name is. It's William Damon anyway. So, Lord, You Just Think of Me, Tune 1 and Tune 2. I did 6 verses of Tune 2 and 3 verses of Tune 1. Different tunes. One was a St. Paul, one was a Southwell tune. Now, before we go to the hang on, we've got one more hymn before we leave the part 1.
Are you organised today, Julie?
I am. Yeah, I'm ahead of myself as we go along. Now this one is normally a wedding hymn or whatever it is. It's not one of my favourites, but can be used as a wedding hymn. It's just kind of Lentish, cool kind of wedding hymn. But people like the general one. It's unison hymn called Dear Lord and Father of Mankind. You can use it for Father's Day hymn.
Dear Lord and Father of Mankind, is it?
Yeah. And
didn't quite say the word there.
I did. You repeat it.
Yeah, I just said it for you.
Yes, absolutely. Dear Lord and Father of Mankind, I'll give the words a minute. Forgive all foolish ways. We cloth us in a rightful mind. In pure lives service find. In deep reverence praise. In deep reverence praise. There is 5 verses of that. If you listen to the 5th verse, when I come into it, it starts a little bit softer, and then it starts getting a little bit louder when you come to the let sensory dumb, let fresh for attire, speak through the earthquake and fire. And then we go to Oh Small Voice Calm, Oh Small Voice Calm. And the music is by Charles Hubert Parry. I said Hubert Parry, but that's his other names. 1848 to 1918. So, Dear Lord and Father of Mankind. The tune is called Repton. Absolutely famous tune by all my own. 5 verses in it, and we have a quiet verse as well. So, Dear Lord and Father of Mankind.
Kay Payne in the chat here tonight. Very good welcome to you all, and very good evening to you all. Welcome to the channel here. Christian Payne watching from Watford tonight. And of course, wherever you're watching, please do state it in the comment section. And it is the voice of Nickalini Orange here. And yes, of course, beginning to sound like a continuity announcer. What they do is basically, if you go onto mainstream TV, of course, you'll hear someone announcing a bit like a DJ on a radio station. What they do is basically talk about the programs that are coming up, and of course advertise it as well, that kind of thing, a bit like what Dave Warnterby Kelly does on, of course, that's just one I know, that used to be a radio voiceover artist anyway on Channel 5. You might be able to catch him. It's called a continuity announcer. It's a very, very skilled job that is to do. So if you think I could do the job, let me know in the comments. But yeah, my cat and me are listening from Kay Payne, otherwise known as Christian Payne. So yeah, thank you very much, all of you, for tuning in. I said people will start to tune in. 3 thumbs up. Great, great. So over to you, Julian.
Absolutely. Now this one will be the final part of number 1, as we have joined us. Now, if you have missed what happened,
I'm going to go and get a cup of tea, so I'll be back in a moment.
We've got a chair there.
It's worth a cup of tea, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself a cup of tea and join in the fun, or a coffee, or a cocoa. That sounds like an animal's name, doesn't it? A name of an animal, a cat or a dog, doesn't it? I know someone that was actually called Coco.
I'm afraid Coco's not around anymore.
No, yeah, that was a former dog, and yeah, someone I used to know had a dog by the name of Coco. So yeah, who's been snowed under, by the way? Let us know in the comments.
Absolutely.
We was waiting at least an hour for a bus this evening.
Are you going to get a coffee now?
Wasn't that right, John? We had to wait at least an hour, in the cold, because it was about 20 minutes delayed tonight, wasn't it? And it was announced on Star Radio, and you didn't listen to the full whack of the story, Julian.
No, because I didn't know what was going on.
Anyway, over to you. I'm going to bring my touring with us mug in a minute.
Right,
so,
okay.
Yeah. BRB.
He'll be back in a couple of
Certainly
shakes.
will be, like Terminator.
Shut the doors.
I'll be back.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. And if you've just joined us, you missed the head was crowned. That's about 4 or 5 verses of that. I'm not going to go back to that. Juliano Clarke. The next one was Lord Jesus I think on me. That was 2 different tunes for that. Tune 1 and tune 2. One was 6 verses and one was 3 verses. One was adapted by William Damon, and the other one was composed by John Steinham, which composed the Crucifixion of the classic. That would be Easter time, Good Friday time for that. That's very long. It's a choir, an organ piece there. Now, and the last hymn was Dear Lord and Father of Mankind. I've just played. That's used for wedding and Lent hymn, or whatever you like to call it, or Father's Day hymn. If we have no lighting in here, do beg your pardon on that. That was by Hubert Parry, Charles Hubert Parry. The next one is a voluntary prelude. It's come before a service. This one is Antante Cantabile. It's from the string quartet by Tchaikovsky, which is born in 1840 to 1893. So we go to that, and then we go a little pause until we get to the Schernade in part 2. You might be shivering on this one, but this one was a little bit quieter than it should be. It finished quieter to the end. I'm going to play it around twice on this piece. So it starts a little bit softer than just 1p. Put 1p means soft, and 3p's mean very, very soft. But it will close to a soft in B flat, as you'll probably gathered that. It starts on the swell, and then it comes into solo music. So until you get to the end of the piece.
Well, the team man is back. You can see I've got it here. So, yeah. Hello, if you are just tuning in. I've just made myself a nice warm tea while listening to this beautiful music that you're hearing right now here for the NAR show. For those people who have not been to Haverhill and Suffolk, there is normally a kind of a group that is worth going to, and when we're able to go, we will go. And it's next to the Methodist Church in Haverhill, which is near the Drabot Smock of Haverhill, which is the Weatherspoons, and they hold a Young Hearts group, which of course allows people at mostly any age to come along and have a cup of tea and biscuit each and every Wednesdays from 1 p.m. till 3 p.m. Please note that in your diaries here. And of course you can meet new people, and of course, you know, you can possibly have a chance to play tennis as well. And if you are a freelance organ player, you might get an opportunity to have a chat with the Minster of the Methodist Church, because there's an electric organ next to the hall. So it takes place in the hall each and every Wednesdays from 1 p.m. till 3 p.m. It's called Young Hearts. It's on Facebook. That's the only group that they've got on Facebook, so it's worth checking out. And it's based in Haverhill in Suffolk. So remember where you heard that? Young Hearts. Get my cuppa while it's actually sitting on there. Do you know what? Of course, I'll tell you a bit of a fob story. Actually, I won't, because it's actually true. Just a minute ago, just before we went on air, Juliano done something amazing. As he was about to pull one of the boxes, which is actually over there, I don't know if you can see it in view, one of the boxes just around the corner there, and basically he tipped one of the lamps on the floor, and it could have blown up in our faces. So we had to take the lamp away for safety reasons. Wasn't that beautiful?
Antante Cantabile, Tchaikovsky.
Wow.
It can be used as, for the wedding of anything of mankind. Have a breather for a couple of minutes while I have a little.
But don't go anywhere. Stay right where you are.
We just come to the end of part 1, ladies and gentlemen. All this music. The next piece is another little dancing kind of thing. You can dance along with this one. This is a bit of a more jazzy one, as I should think. This one is called Schernade, and it's called Rimsky Korshav. That's the composer. 1844 to 1908.
Who's Fruit, by the way? Somebody by the name of Fruit. My name is Fruit. Apparently, you're a moderator. It comes up as a spanner there. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. My name is Fruit. So who's this moderator in the chat here?
I don't know. Good, no idea.
I've never seen that one before.
No.
I know who that is.
Strawberry.
It could well be. Could well be. Oh, I see. Very, very good. I like that. I like that.
Okay. Schernade.
Okay. So we've got 2 moderators in tonight.
Absolutely. Well,
watching simultaneously on another device, I should imagine.
Okay. Schernade. This will shiver your brain and give your fruit in kind. It's a little bit like a dancey kind of music. It's a Schernade. Just dance what you can on this music, on this. Before we go into part two. Oh yeah, we're in part 2 now.
Oh, it's your new name. I've sort of got mixed up. Oh, you got a brand new name now. It's not going to be what it's called before. That's what's happened.
Okay, well you got to say who you are.
Okay.
We're going to get confused. Right, okay.
A new stage name, eh?
Right, Schernade. Shut the doors, Nick. I want to get shivers.
So the strawberry is obsolete now.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I just wanted to say hello to Fruit. Very good evening for the first time. It seems like we've got several moderators tonight. One we had the other one, and now we've got Fruit. Brand new name.
Right, Schernade, here we go.
Please welcome Fruit. You'll get familiar with Fruit, by the way.
I start to finish Schernade before we...
Hang on, let me flick the camera over. I haven't done that yet. Here we go. It's over to you now. Oh, it disappeared now. That's a magic trick that you won't ever get ever again.
That's the first chord.
Just wanted to clarify Fruit as your new name now. Can you tell me, is that going to be your final stage name as of now, or are you going to change it in the future? Let me know in the comments now. Well, let us know actually. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to, of course, the one and only NAR, otherwise known as Nice and Relaxing for your Friday evening here. A lot of people want us to do it on a Saturday or Sunday and Monday. A lot of people have actually come forward and told us in the poll, voted basically on the free poll, and you don't have to have an ID for that like you do in politics. You now have to have an ID to go and vote for local elections. And don't forget, of course, it's possible and likely that the notice board show, which is going to be on the channel on Touring With Us, it's actually going to go live at probably maybe a set future time, but I'm just trialing out the show at the moment on a Saturday night, and it will probably be evening time after the football, and I can talk about football in the notice board show as well. That's what it's going to be called, because of course we're going to affiliate that with the new name group as well in about 9 or so days time, when we can change the name from its previous name for legal reasons we can't mention. Yeah, it's your stage name. Wow, that is going to be amazing. So I'm going to call you Fruit from now on. So thanks for confirming that, Fruit. I will call you that now as a nickname.
So
she's got Fruit.
that was a Schernade. Now this one will...
Wow, I like that. I think it's quite sweet actually.
Now, hope that didn't shiver your mind here. Now the next hymn is called, well, hope you're not far away from this channel. I don't know why you are, whatever you're doing, do stay with us.
Oh, the emoji's coming in tonight. It's
right,
amazing.
okay, let me start with this one. There is a green hill far away. This is the fourth hymn in part 2. There is a green hill far away out in the city wall, where the dear Lord was crucified, who died to save us all. So we got here 5 verses of this. Well, you've got to listen to the words, these absolutely absolutely astonishing words, actually. The music is William Horsley, 1774 to 1858. So we should be all right with that one. So some stops on that, some palette of stop there. Well, with a little bit softy ones as well. And there is a green hill far away. It's a nice tune. It's more like a crucifixion kind of hymn. It comes to Lent as well. So it's to the words. So there is a green hill far away. Not farther away, farther away, far away.
By the way, Fruit has at least 33 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe to that. That's a brand new channel as of now. Still officially under the other name. That's what I see on the actual channel. I'll just prove that to you now. Fruit loves that. Thank you so much indeed. It really means a lot. Let's see if we can get some more people loving us as well. So, yeah, this is, I don't know if you can see that very well. Sorry if that blinds your eyes. That is the Strawberry channel there. There you go. You can see it more clearer. It's back to front there, but of course you should be able to see it's still under the former name there. But that's where the Fruit channel is. And I've left a comment, by the way, on that as well. So, ta-da! This is Nickalini Orange. That's frightened all of you out there as we hear nice and relaxing music. By the way, of course, there is an opportunity for anyone that wants to come on as a guest tonight. We'll try and do that, but I don't know how it's going to work. We might have to end the stream and then come back if we can get, of course, or trial it out. If no one wants to do it, I'll have to trial it out with Juliano at the end tonight. But he'll have to be in a different room because if he's too close to me, the signal will interfere. So of course, if anybody does want to be a guest after the show, we can trial it out. We just want to test it out, see how it goes. Basically what it is, YouTube have got this special feature. I just want to say this very quickly before you go on and just have a little squig of your drink there. Love my besties. Yeah, any more fans of besties or supporters of besties, come and say hello to us. Send us your love. We send out your love out there as well, whoever is watching right now. And there's a new feature here, of course. Let me just show the cameras here if I can. Sorry to blind people when I can. Oh, is it there? It is, yeah. And basically, yeah, although it doesn't really come up very well, but it is definitely down there. It's one of the columns down there. You can't really see it very well, but it's actually go live together. It's a new feature. And of course, allow YouTube to take pictures and record video. Obviously, you have to have a lot of subscribers for this. So, of course, yeah, you tap it once. So only this time, and all that sort of malarkey, all that sort of Kentucky fried chicken, whatever you like to call it. I don't know, but only this time. And of course, yes, you type in the name of the live here, and of course, hopefully you send a link to someone's WhatsApp or Facebook, whatever, of course, once the live stream goes up and they come and join. So hopefully it's as simple as that. So could Strawberry be the first guest later on tonight? I'll have to go on a different stream because I don't think I can do it as I go on the show because I don't think it does that feature. I don't think it can. So yeah, I have to do it on a separate stream in order to do that for whatever reason. I think it works the same as Facebook, but it'd be lovely to get a female to be chatting to me on air for a change. Not that I'm bored with Juliano, but of course, it'd be nice to get a different sort of sense of things. So, right, okay. Yeah, over to you. Sorry to gabble on a bit because I want to get on with the NAR show because that's what it's mainly here for tonight, and I'll talk you through some notices as I go along. 4 thumbs up, brilliant, everybody. Thank you so much, really means a lot.
Okay, are you on me?
Love you lots.
Are you on me?
Love you all lots. And Fruit. And the door is shut, by the
No,
way.
it's not closed properly.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Right,
Get on with the show. Get on with it. The show must go on.
Are you on me?
Yes, I am on you now.
Right,
so
okay.
talk us through the next one. Remind us again.
We've got 2 more hymns before we have the voluntary anyway. So, as a special, I'm going to do 2 versions of this hymn. 40 days and 40 nights. I played it last time and it came out beautifully. Now, this might be a confusion because of the 2 different versions, but same sort of tune, different versions. It's Astor der Tefer and Heiden. Well, the reason why I didn't say where the composer was on here, because it's very long. The music melody is from Nürnberg Mutchen, Rotting Butch. I think it is done by in 1676. I presume it is. So what I've got written down here. So the tune is called Austrian Tilford Heiden. It's an Austrian. It might be an Austrian tune. It's got 6 verses to it. I'll say the verses: 40 days and 40 nights. Thou hast fasted in the wild. 40 days and 40 nights, tempting and yet undefiled. Oh. The last verse we got, oh, keep us to a Saviour dear.
We're on
Okay.
part number 2, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, part number 2, by the way, ladies and
Okay,
gentlemen.
thank you very much for reminding me, Julian.
Okay, we have the first verse in normal setting.
Is it hymn number 4 and number 5?
5.
Okay, thank you.
40 days and 40 nights, ladies and
I've
gentlemen.
heard of that saying, isn't it? Isn't that something to do
Yeah.
with the Bible, is it? I don't know. But
Yes, it is. 40
well,
days and 40 nights. That's how we got along till we get to Easter.
and you reckon the music was around about 1676, so
Yeah.
it should be out of copyright, shouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's go on here.
Okay.
40 days. The first verse
Let's go.
is normal key, and the second verse would be sort of a.
We're on
a
amber.
version.
Let's go to green. So 45 minutes on the clock here. If you don't believe me, check all your watches. Actually, it's 13 minutes past 9 p.m. this evening. If you, again, don't believe me, check all your watches out there. And it is, of course, Friday, the 10th of March, 2023. And if you don't believe me, check your calendars. I think some of you are going to check your calendars right now and your clocks. Oh yeah, the clocks go forward at some point, don't they? Or they go backwards.
For it in the March.
At the end of March, they go forward. So we lose an hour. It's only an hour, isn't it? We can make up the hour, can't we? That means summer's on its way, although we've had a terrible start to the summer, or spring as they call it, with snow. Apparently, of course, it's something to do with the world, the reason why we've been having the snow in the UK. Somebody with a dog up my road a minute ago, well, earlier on today, actually said, oh, the weather got it right, or the weather experts got it right. Well, they don't get it 100% right. That's my argument to that. That was a man walking with a doggy. Who's ever seen a man or a woman walking a doggy? Me! Today! Give us a shout if you actually own a dog. Or a cat. Meow. Woof woof for a dog. And tweet tweet if you're a birdie. Sorry for entertaining those wonderful people out there. This is the NAR show on GB News. No, I'm only joking. This is the worst version of GB News I've ever known. But
Well, that was 40 days and 40 nights and 2 different versions there. So enough the same tune, but different.
okay,
I like
brilliant stuff.
the harmonised version, to be honest with you. But normally you wouldn't play that in Lent, but that doesn't matter. It's just it's a Macbeth here. So the last hymn is When I Survey the Wondrous Cross. Anyone know this one? To say in that chance. You would know it when I play it. It's a nice tune. This tune's called Rocking, and adapted by Edmund Miller, beg your pardon, 1735 to 1807. So they 4 verses, so it's very short, and so we play the concerto at the end, the Voulentry at the end, sonata concerto at the end. It's about 4 pages long, so it's be about right time sort of thing. So
yeah, if you think that is a camera, by the way, don't think that thing is a camera. It's actually a light. So, yeah, looks like we're in some sort of BBC studio or something.
When I survey the Wondrous Cross, the words are,
or even GB News.
When I survey the Wondrous Cross, one day. Which is the Prince of Glory died, my richest gain I count but lost, and poor contempt and all my pride. Right, okay.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. We have a chord of D major here. Be that chord. That chord a D major. When I survey the Wondrous Cross.
Nice to hear it uninterrupted there as it fades away. Brilliant. Very good welcome to the show then. And of course it's Nickalini doing the continuity announcing, whatever you like to call it these days, presenting commentary, I don't know. But of course, yes, welcome along if you are just listening in now and staying with the one you're on. And yes, of course, what's that? Something that you just deleted there, but anyway, something about changing your name. But anyway, forget about that. What is it now, Julian?
Now it's the concerto in A minor after Vivaldi.
Okay, it's the final voluntary then.
It's obviously a Bach piece. It's the first movement.
Yes, I know why you're changing your name on YouTube.
BWV 9593.
Yes, we know why you're changing your name on YouTube. I was going to say by the old name. I nearly said it, but you still got it on your other page, but never mind.
Okay.
Don't think you can change that now, but anyway.
This was the final voluntary, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed the show so far.
We're going to have a quick chat with you before we go.
Just after the concerto.
And of course, when we go off air, we're going to try and test it out. We're going to have to do it with Juliano, see if it works. Okay.
I might not do it though.
Oh well, it might be. It might be. Surprise them.
I'll see, I can't guarantee it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to test it somehow.
Okay.
Because it's been bugging me.
That language.
No, it's just been nagging me.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Okay. Concerto in A minor after Rowdy by Bach.
Okay, it's by Johann Sebastian Bach, which is a German composer.
5.
And maybe a catch up a little bit afterwards if you want to stay with us.
593.
It's what?
BWV 593.
What is that?
What's just the code of it?
It's just the code of the piece, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just for those people who don't know what he's talking about. It's a code of a piece, okay?
It's an A minor, so by the way.
Okay, over to you then.
There you go. I nearly lost it there because there's no light. There you go.
Anyone want to clap at home, feel free to do so.
Absolutely.
We'll put on the claps later.
Right, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
That was Concerto in A minor by Bach.
Let's,
That's the first movement of that. There was another movement to it. So that bit, it would go on and on and on like a siren.
absolutely.
So thank you very much indeed so far. I'm sorry
Okay.
I nearly lost it there, but I nearly lost where I was going because he moved the light.
Oh, sorry. That was just an experiment that I'd hope that you would enjoy. Let's sort this up.
I had to play the pedals without light because I've got no light down the bottom. So it's called a fade away.
You can come closer to the...
And we switch off now. So that's
Hello, everybody. Very good evening. Yeah, just a quick chat before we leave you tonight. And yeah, there might be a surprise coming up on another stream. So, of course, mum's the word for that. Smile, Julian. Yes. Are you talking about me or him? I don't know. But, of course, yes. Did you all enjoy that? Of course, that is the question. Love you both. We love you, and of course that second one, and of course there's something else I've got to say as well. A massive hello to all the supporters that have supported us tonight as well. We love you. Mwah. A bit like Patrick Christie's on GB News. Where is Patrick Christie's tonight? Of course, he is going to be disappearing because Dan Wotton's back next week. So make sure you tune in to that. And that'd be so feisty with Benjamin Butterworth being sort of mobbed all the way.
Not margarine.
Not your dream.
No, margarine.
Not margarine. Oh, Butterworth. Oh, right. Very funny. That's a comedy that you probably would never ever get again, you know. Who wants comedy on this channel, eh? We probably get cancelled for a lot of reasons, and of course Ofcom, the regulator, which of course are affiliated with the government, of course. For those people who don't know Ofcom, they can check up on YouTube probably as well, and you probably have to have a lot of lawyers because you cannot say what you want to say these days, as we know what happened with Gary Lineker today. Obviously, I hear he's been suspended, and of course he's going to be resigning, and I think he's been urged to resign as well. That's what I hear. I don't know if that's the correct story, but of course that is what I imagine what's been going on. So yeah, he's been pushing it for quite some time, hasn't he? So of course whoever is going to take over Match of the Day, I'm sure it's going to be a better presenter. Anyway, yes, I am going to be very careful what I'm saying, and careful what I joke about as well, because you know why that is. So yes, be careful what I say, depending on what I'm talking about here, because I don't have lawyers. And that's or we don't have lawyers, and of course unless you have the backup, it's very, very difficult to say what you want these days. It's called freedom of speech. If you haven't heard of that, of course that has seemed to be disappearing a lot of times, and of course they talk about it more on GB News. I think it's best to refer to that if you're interested in two sides of the story rather than just one side. So yeah, I knew that GB News would be going for a long time, and of course it's been going for 2 years now. It's extraordinary. But yeah, the notice board show is coming soon. So I want to say a few notices before we disappear completely tonight. One is about the notice board show, which is going to be taken over. Like, of course, Fruit has just taken over another name, and hopefully that's a permanent name. It might change in the future, we don't know yet. So of course it's down to the stage name person or the stage namee. Oh dear, she says rather than use that word, can you use don't like? It sounds don't like being alone. Okay, you know, at home, and it's nice seeing us on here. Permanent name Fruit, that's going to be your official name. Perhaps we will do a cup with that name, and of course that will help your channel as well. If you want to, if anyone's interested in the Fruit channel, no one's thought of that name before, but I think it's a lovely, gorgeous name.
What about the vegetable channel?
Vegetable channel.
It was a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Sorry, I just got to laugh at that. As long as we don't cross the line. That's the main thing.
Don't want to cross the line. Nobody should cross the line. No.
I've got to be careful what I say in all aspects, especially with certain subjects that we can't really discuss, especially on air. So mum's the word. Mug name with fruit sounds great. Perhaps we'll do one for touring with us and, of course, your channel as well.
How about touring us fruit?
And we'll split it each way. Sounds good to me.
Not like a banana split.
Well, of course, Fruit has got a prediction, by the way. Now, I say prediction. She knows what I mean by prediction. I think most people will know what I'm talking about. But I don't want to encourage people to, of course, do it if they're underage. But, of course, it's a prediction. Well, it could be just any prediction whatsoever. And the prediction is, of course, about this weekend's football. Whether I should give the game away, because there might be some supporters out there. I won't say anything right now. Somebody's coming in. Yeah. We haven't finished yet. We're still on air.
Well, it's the referee.
It's the referee. Oh, we've got a voice here, and he knocked the camera. Well, nearly knocked it flying.
You have to move it a little bit further down.
A bit like tripping over your luggage, and you go flying. Weekend football, absolutely. If it goes ahead, yeah, due to snow and things like that, but it will be classed as a non-runner. So yeah, so basically that's how it works. So you basically, well, your bet gets rejected or something like that. Anyway, we don't want to talk too much about that or go too in depth with that because we don't really want to encourage it. But of course, if you're just doing it for fun, then that's what it's all about. We're going to say it's just for fun at this moment of time, and that's how it should be. And of course, yeah, that's just amazing. What other notice is there? Yeah, we got the notice board show coming up. Well, of course, yeah, it's going to be a testimonial show, right? And of course, I'm only trialing it out at the moment, so it's a pre sort of launch at the moment. First time we are trialing it out. See if it gets some interest rather than running before we can walk. So yeah, that's a good way to do it. Probably tomorrow after the football, that's when I do the notice board show. If Julian wants to come on, he can come on if he feels like it, if he's in the mood to. Generally speaking, he's not, but never mind that. But I'll try and keep cheery as possible on that and talk about the latest gossip and news and things like that. And so that's what the show will feature. And of course, yes, there's going to be a group on that, which was under the former name, which I can't really mention for legal reasons, as I said so many times tonight. But of course, yes, yeah, hopefully it'll be a cracking show and of course a cracking group as well at the same time, and hopefully we'll get some interest. And it's all affiliated with touring with us. We've got so many groups. It's wonder why we've got so many, but of course we managed to get through it. And of course, with your thanks and praise, you know, it's really, really overwhelming that we have so many people, so many that are interested in us as well. What's fruit? I've got to get used to the word fruit. It's quite easy to say. Thankfully, I haven't said the former name as well. Fruit, what you got for dinner?
Is that relevant to touring with us?
We're all feeling a bit fruity. Perhaps we should say no. Let's put it in another way. Let's rephrase this. Let's play that song, The Tum, Juicy Fruit.
What's dinner got to do with anything else to do with touring with us?
What have we got for dinner? That's what we normally get in a text packet. Well, I've got nothing for dinner. I've not eaten anything all day.
We don't discuss that on air.
Not unless you're discussing something to do with Wetherspoons, which, of course, I did actually have something earlier. I'm not going to have it every day at this point. I do want a day off. Yeah.
Boners. Boners on chips.
Bangers and chips, you mean?
Yeah, no, not bangers.
You're saying the rhubarb. Be careful, Julian.
Sausages, actually. It was sausages.
Yeah. Fruit said your bubbly.
We're not champagne, you know.
Well, I'll tell you this. I had
No, not bubbly.
cremated chips. Cremated chips taste lovely actually. Chips and baked beans, and that's it really. And a couple of coffees, and that's it really. That's it. That's all there is to it, and no pudding. But I do like my pudding when someone offers me one. Fruit is keeping the what? Because you send me these emojis here, and half of them I don't know what I mean. Keeping the twist. Keeping the what? Keeping the name. I presume that what that is meaning. So yes, it's been lovely chatting to you all tonight. That's the end of the show, of course, for this week. Actually, it's not, but yeah, winding you up. There you go. Fruit is keeping in the middle. Okay. Oh my goodness, that was not meant to happen, by the way. That was a balloon. Julian's balloon came out.
It must
on
have
air.
It must
It must have been the Gary Lineker. Do you remember? And of course, there was a studio thing. And they all thought it was. Oh, I thought it was a hot air balloon or something like that, but it appeared to be something else. I'm not going to discuss it on air, but of course, we all know what it was. But it just sounded like that, you know. And I think we still have the video on here. When Gary Lineker heard that noise in the studio.
That sounds like
which went viral.
It sounds like a raspberry.
Pop air from fruit. I can't believe he done that. Did anyone actually hear that? This balloon in the studio that went flying around.
It must have popped. It must have popped.
We're like a bit of an old version of Laurel and Hardy.
Oh God! About
Smith and Jones.
About
Morecambe and Wise.
About the other Laurel.
And we might get some requests of people going on stage.
Oh God!
At the Apex in Bury St Edmunds.
It must be a raspberry.
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it?
A raspberry.
At the Apex in Bury St Edmunds.
No, you've got to be good enough there.
Perhaps we'll get a stage tour, you know, around the stage. Get phoning up, Fruit, please, for us. Our moderator, that's the job of our moderator. Get phoning around and see if we can get a behind-the-scenes tour. That'd be lovely. At the Apex, you know, apparently it's a good stage, actually. I've not actually been inside it, but I know people that have. But, yeah, apparently it's quite a nice little stage. Performing stage. A few people like Jason Mansfield. Jason Mansfield, top. One of the top comedians have been there.
Fruit
is on the case. Yes, there you go.
Why fruit?
That sounds lovely. Why fruit?
Yeah.
Well, of course, you might explain that later on. Whether that's a he or she, we will only find out.
Why fruit?
But all we know, it's not a fake name, it is a real name. And of course,
sounds a bit fruity to me.
It's just a stage name. Stage name is different to a fake name. So yeah, and of course, her job, like any other moderators, if any other moderators do come in, like Nikki Gibbs and of course Kim Smith and all those lot who are able to tune in, they'll probably watch on replay. But of course, their job is to make sure there's no spamming on the channel, and we try to keep it very friendly at that note. So yes, right, okay. So yes, otherwise you'll have to change it again. Fruit. I was going to say the original name there. I've got to get used to it now, which is great. So yes,
it's going to be a fruity.
No one knows who Fruit is.
Yeah. Truly Fruity.
Apart from that, it's a stage name. That's all you need to know.
Truly Fruity is a Rudy. That's what it's all about. A one-band balloon.
You might hear, of course, Fruit's voice, and that's all you'll hear probably.
Fruit nuts.
So yeah, we are planning, of course. We haven't told you this for a while because we hadn't had a Q&A actually, but there's a chance and an opportunity to talk us through what you would like us to do for future visits. Maybe it's a live or video or both or one or the other. And of course, we can go to the place where we belong, West Virginia, in that place, that song, Mountain Rescue. But like I say, it's worth noting if you do want us to go to a specific place, let us know on our notice board show, which is the trial out show that we're going to be doing. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow night. Hopefully you'll all tune in to that, even our moderators as well. It'll be so exciting there. Don't forget to note that down. It'll be sometime in the evening, and of course we may not program it. Listen to this carefully. We may not program it. We may just go suddenly live because we don't know what the time is going to be, because we're trialing it out and see how many people like it at certain times in the evening, things like that. So yeah, one of the places that we were thinking, because of course we had this request, I think it was about a week ago or maybe 2 weeks, because we haven't done the NAR show since about 2 weeks ago now. And of course somebody requested this was the next place that we could look to go into. Sorry, my eyes are going a bit.
Weather permitting.
Yeah. So yeah.
Weather permitting as well.
Like that. Oh, sorry, I've just woken up as soon as fruit comes in. Fruit loves fruit. Certainly does. What about grapes?
What happens if
strawberries?
What happens if you run out of fruit?
Bananas.
What happens if you run out of fruit?
I was actually looking at fruit at Iceland earlier.
What happens if you run out of fruit?
Something to be aware of course, before we leave you tonight. There's been a couple of people outside Iceland, of course, trying to persuade you to go online and pay the money. Don't do it. Walk straight past them and say, have a good night. I'll see you later. Hello to Alex Bailey tonight. Hello to you.
You're late comer.
Yeah, late coming in, but nice that you are tuning in. You've missed a whole chunk of a nice and relaxing show tonight, but you're here in the chat. So thank you very much for watching us tonight. Thank you very much for the hidden people that don't always like to chat on the comment. Don't be shy. Please do chat. We'd like to hear from you. It's not just about our mods, otherwise known as moderators. Of course, sorry for my what? Okay. Sorry for my whatever that says, from Alex Bailey. In other words, of course, he's apologising for being late. So that's fair enough. Yeah. By the way, this cup is not on sale here. It's a faded out version of Tory with Us. That's the old logo. I've got the other logos, but if you do want to buy a mug, do let us know. Basically, I think Alex is apologising that he's late. So there we have it. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, it's been timed out. Yeah, because of yes, because there's a word on there we can't use. So we do apologise about that. That's the job of our moderators. So please keep your language very, very clean. So, yeah, thank you very much for that. That is what, of course, moderators do on other famous walk channels and things like that. There's loads of walk channels out there. There's famous ones, there's not famous ones, but there's also ones that are worth watching as well. So, yeah, I think that sums it up tonight. And, of course, yeah, there's not much else to talk about other than
we're not doing too much tours with us visiting until the weather is
well,
improved.
We're hoping to do something next week, weather permitting.
And transport permitting.
It may have to be a video because I don't like going to new places where, of course, you don't know where you're going. I have done live broadcasts on the first go, but it's not always easy to do that. You don't know where you end up going. But, of course, only 2 people tonight, fruit. I know what you're talking about, fruit there. So thank you very much. I will give that fruit a call in a minute. I will wake that fruit up.
What happens if the fruit has run out?
So, of course, hopefully you're all able to join us tomorrow evening for the, of course, a trial out show, which I have trialed out last week. I don't know if anyone's seen the latest live one, which I did. I did it on a solo note for about an hour or so. And for your Saturday night. And, of course, yes, we can talk about anything, notice board wise. If there's any news you want to share with us. Something that we can talk about, do let us know, and that's what the comment board is all about here.
Yes, and the next, hopefully the next room.
Have we been to Cornwall? That's a bit far out of our reach at this moment, so it's not any time soon at the moment. Thank you very much for your nice comment then. After the one that was deleted. So yeah, you have to be careful what you put on the channel. We have to be careful what we say, so it's only fair that people do the same as well. That's what our mods are in the chat.
We tend to stay around East Anglia area.
Yeah, we tend to stay that at the moment until we get enough support.
Don't worry, Alex. No, you're fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
Fine to ask if have you been there? Yes. No, we might have done as a child. We haven't done that.
No, thank you very much for apologising. You know,
I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
I know what you were saying. I didn't actually repeat the word for a lot of reasons. Because it means something else, it's got double meaning. So a lot of these words got double meaning. So,
if it's to do with touring, that's fine.
Yeah, I think I know what he was getting at. Basically, he's apologising for being late.
Out of our range,
I think that's what you were saying.
We have been there when I was a kid. Unfortunately, we won't really get down there, but I mean,
that's a bit far fetched at this moment of time. So we're not going to do that anytime soon.
If you've got anything in East Anglia, that was fine.
Yeah, or just on the outskirts of East Anglia, because I've been to Welland Garden City, I've been to Hitchin, I've been to Beccles and Biggleswade as well. There's a few others we haven't yet been to. Royston is one that we went to and visited the spoons there. Bungay, no, I haven't. No, I haven't been that one. Hunstanton, not for a while, I haven't, but it'd be nice to go there at some point. It's very windy up there, by the way. A windy beach, and it's very hard to get a signal up there. Step by step with fruit and others.
Right. If you want
do you know what that means?
No, you tell me.
Explain what you mean, fruit, there, because I was quite bemused by that.
I think I skipped that one.
I mean, she wants us to go slowly, one place at a time,
step by step.
Fruit. I think
Typical.
she's roughly translating that we do one trip at a time. I don't know how some videographers actually go out there and do one job and then within 2 days that's another place. So how is that possible? Unless that person actually drives around in a car or something like that. I like these famous, whoever they are, do a wonderful job, but of course I'd like them to actually know what it's like to actually travel on a train and a bus, to know how it feels like for those people having to wait an hour for a bus. And I like them to know what it feels like to actually go out there and do that rather than using their car, just to test that point, to see how they get on, see how hard it is to get around compared to a car. I think the difference will be scientifically proven a bit hard. But anyway, fruit will be changes this 2023.
Hopefully not too many changes.
Oh yes.
It would fry your brain up.
And of course, one thing to note is that most bus companies will accept £2 each way for a single to travel. For example, if you want to travel from Hayward to Cambridge and back from Cambridge to Hayward, that's a £2 fare each way on a single, not a return, just a single, and it's only up until June. Currently, so unless the government say it's going to be extended like they did before, we told you lot it was going to be March, it was going to stop, but we heard other news that it was going to be extended to June now. So of course it could extend again. but I doubt it. But of course, we just don't know. So of course, if we tell you stuff, it's not up to our own discretion. It's down to the government that will tell you, the official government. That is what we're speaking about here. So there we go. We're going to wrap that up, and thank you very much indeed for watching. And my thanks to our mods as per usual, and hopefully we return for NAR.
Yep. I'm not sure about
next week.
Next
maybe?
week. Well, it might be.
Do check his organ playing, by the way. There's one on the channel.
Yeah. Next week or the following week, it's probably Mothering Sunday and probably
Mothering Sunday.
Mothering Sunday next Sunday, I think it is.
What's that all about, Julian?
Well, it's the middle of March, and the fourth Sunday may be a little bit.
Have we missed Fathering?
No, Father Sunday's June.
Oh, okay. That's
no Mothering Sunday.
Mothering Sunday's always first for some reason. I don't know why.
If you've got a mother and got a child,
should it be the other way around?
No,
maybe
it
not.
Shouldn't.
Brilliant organ playing. Fruit. Thank you very much.
Right, okay.
Fruit.
Yeah, next week hopefully be Mothering Sunday. So
it was nice and fruity.
Hopefully Mothering music, but if I can get it, and then
we're going to do a show from now on called Nice and Fruity.
If I got time, and the following week is the Palm Sunday
from Nickalini Orange.
Then it goes back to Good Friday, and then it goes back to Easter.
Yeah,
that's how we're going to do it. If it gets to Whit Sunday, it probably gets Ascension Day.
Yeah,
and it goes to back to Trinity in June. So when we come to Trinity in June, then we can come to the request side. So if anyone got some requests for him,
show fruit.
Yeah, if anyone's got a him or her or whatever it is,
you'll have to have a fruity hat on or something like that, just an sort of image.
Yeah. So anyone got a hymn that they like, just to let me know.
Okay.
Now or before in June. By the time we get to June, then we get it.
Probably laughing at your TV screen now.
So I hope it's not cracked.
No, it's not cracked. Not by now.
Oh well.
You already blew up, or you nearly blew up a headlight, which nearly blew up in your face.
Well, I've got to clean that up a bit now. Now
Bournemouth might do that tomorrow.
We're not talking about sport. No, it's not a sports show. This is not a sports show.
Was you born there?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
12 o'clock at lunchtime is the lunchtime game between Bournemouth and Liverpool. And of course, if you're waiting for Manchester United and of course Southampton, that's the Devils versus Saints on Sunday. And it's not a rugby team or teams. It's on Sunday
nice
about 2 o'clock, isn't it? 2:30?
No, 2 o'clock.
It is 2 o'clock, not a 4 o'clock game. And Cambridge United have got a away game to Milton. I can't say it. No, it's Milton Keynes Dons, formerly known as Wimbledon. Okay,
no, Wimbledon got their own name now.
Wimbledon got their own name now, but I mean, it was, of course,
it was Milton Keynes. It was Milton Keynes.
Yeah, it was Wimbledon, but of course, Wimbledon being in London. But like I say, it's a derby game.
Alex is trying to buy a cup on eBay for you.
Okay. Okay, go to the buy now section, and of course you'll be able to purchase one as soon as possible. So have you got an eBay account? If you've got one, then of course by all means go over to that. Maybe Fruit can help Alex by going to the eBay account, and thank you very much for your support. If you find that too much difficulty, of course you can use the GoFundMe, and we'll try and send a mug to you as soon as possible. So you can do it that way as well. 5 thumbs up, absolutely brilliant. So of course maybe Fruit can help Alex at some point buy a mug. How long is delivery? It'd be anything from 1 week to 2 weeks. It can vary, you know, depending on the post. So of course please allow up to 2 weeks. You know, that will be 14 days, isn't it? So yeah, most deliveries will take that long. Hopefully it'll be quicker than that, but we could say that and it'll be a lot quicker than that. Okay, so if it's Haverhill, it might be a lot quicker, so that'd be great. Okay, we will have to sort of say goodnight to you now, but thank you all so much for watching in. It's been a pleasure doing this, and don't forget, of course, if you can, stay tuned for maybe a quick little interview before we go tonight. And of course, there is one more thing to mention. Tomorrow night, trialing out, of course, the notice board show. And hopefully you can join us for that. Don't you worry about that. It will be absolutely amazing. So, of course, the show that never ends here has now ended for now. But we'll be back like Terminator.
I'm just going to play you coming out.
Okay. There you go. We'll leave you with the lovely, beautiful tune that Julian is going to play out tonight. Something that he hasn't done for a long time or ever on the show. But thank you so much indeed. God bless to you all. Stay safe. Love to you all, including supporters, besties, and whatever you like to call it. And we'll see you next time. We'll say goodnight.
Cheerio.
And that's a big good night. With a smile. With a damn rotten smile. Cheerio.
Cheerio. Stay safe.
Stay safe. Good night.